So here we go. The path of a peaceful warrior. What if now is the time to choose to change so that you can receive a new possibility, so that you can be something totally different? Christopher Hughes. There's a point and a purpose in staying silent all day. If you don't try to do it right, and you just observe your thoughts, and compassion and emptiness naturally arises, and Buddhas and Bodhisattvas come around and sit with you. And then time disappears and space no longer exists, and all the five skandhas are real as illusory and empty. And the mantra and the gentle smiles of the master create a symphony that brings silence to you gently. And you sit where whatever arises and don't judge, but merely observe. It's best if it happens naturally, but if not, you might have to practice. And there is sense in running bars and asking questions and being that you be. Being that you be. And seeing the things you're allowed yourself to see. And all the rights and the wrongs and the balloons, kangaroos and billabongs make sense. And all the weird people you hate and despise because they're rich and happy and you don't care about, and they don't care what you think about them, can be a contribution if you allow it. And not trying to make it too right or too wrong too often. And there's purpose in a mystical living prayer that directs your ways and guides your days and makes life an exciting, alive adventure that never ends. And then there's training. Simple, clear, direct, and no bullshit. You either can do a pull-up or you can't, or you push yourself through till you can't. Simple as that. And the world is in disarray, but actually it's being deliberately and consciously pushed to the edges. So transfer of wealth, the new geopolitical realities, and the financial reset can be pushed as fake wars are generated again. So nothing new really. It's just becoming way too obvious and nobody's buying it anymore. Nobody's buying anymore. Fuck you, idiots. Nobody's buying it anymore. And by all means, prepare and do what you must. Get what you need. Organize, stockpile if you feel it's necessary. Gather in communities, pray, meditate, and use the tool that you have. But listen to the great teacher that said so many times, fear not. And another great teacher said once, there are two ways to live a life. You can fear everything, or you can fear everything but God. You can fear everything, or you can fear nothing but God. It's funny how we mix those two. And yes, fear is a distractor and plan apart from those two natural fears. Fear of falling from a large height and fear of loud noises. Those are biologically programmed and serve a purpose. All other fears are mental and can be worked through. Said my teacher once, and I agree. As somebody who went from crippling anxiety and depression to something that resembles a functionable life, I can tell you, many things and anything is possible. So what's the point? The point is, you are, have been, and will be terrorized and made to be feel afraid and manipulated at all levels. Excuse me. AI will only increase this problem. And killer robots made by psychotic CEOs and leaders and mad leaders and the Epstein elite do not really help to calm anyone down. But if we allow ourselves the fear to take over, we have already lost. I watched the video yesterday, gifted from a friend, and a man standing marching proudly in a dangerous neighborhood was asked, "Why are you not afraid?" He answered, "I come from a long line of Muslim warriors." It was as simple as that. And every culture and tradition has their own warriors, and they are to be honored and respected and revered. It is not because of their capacity for violence. That's just something they had to do because they had no other choice. But because of their willingness to sacrifice everything and everything for those who had nothing and needed protection. I don't like parading lineages or ancestry, for it does not really mean anything unless you live up to their ideals and improve upon them. But my great-grandfather volunteers to serve a general who ignored the politicians when our survival was at stake, and defended the northern border of our land at the time with volunteers who, should they have failed, would be executed for treason. And they didn't. They succeeded. That's why I'm still here. And as much as I despise war, I respect and honor the courage and the willingness and bravery of those who risked it all. God bless them. Who risked it all so I can exist today. There's a need for real awakening of the warrior spirit, not the war, not the glorification of battles, or any quasi-prophetic bullshit the Zionist madmen try to serve us daily, but the real courage of the heart, which can look like everything. And anything, and often does. And it starts with speaking the truth, being the truth, and living for and with the truth, and if need be, willing to lay down one's life for it. Choose a hill you're willing to die on, and then live on it. Live on it. And make sure your heart is open, your mind is expanded, and your consciousness, even though it constantly rises and falls with the relentless fury of the pounding waves in the infinite ocean of samsara, as a white Tibetan sage once said, it generally moves upward direction. It generally moves in an upward direction. It generally moves in an upward direction. And then, after you did what needed to be done, rest in natural great peace. Love you all. Keep it up. Do what's needed. Don't be afraid. It's going to be all good. And if not, it's going to be all good anyway. Love you.